Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Killer McKnight, accompanied by Queen Taylor, and as you might know, Queen Taylor is 54 weeks pregnant. So we're kind of trying to do different things with the channel, and this video actually came as a recommendation and through a conversation I had with Mike from Regeneration Nation TV. We're starting here with Filipino drinking etiquette. I think that's fun.
I think it's fun too.
You ready to get into this?
I am.
All right.
I'm excited.
Let's hop on over the video and let's get it started.
Communal drinking is a vital part of Filipino culture. From the smallest birthday parties to big town fiestas, Filipinos just can't seem to get together without having a few drinks on the table. However, believe it or not, amidst the chaos lies an age-old order. Welcome to Philippines 101, and this is Philippine drinking etiquette.
Does he sound like he's speaking in Australian abroad?
Down under.
Down under.
That was terrible. I'm so sorry.
Now that we managed to offend everyone.
Following the opening of the bottle, the tangero, also called the gunner, and one of the distinctive characters of the drinking culture in the Philippines, assumes an important role. Now, prior to the commencement of the festivities, a small portion of the intoxicating liquid is poured into the cap, then subsequently emptied onto the ground. This ceremonial offering to the spirits is considered essential for a safe and devil-free session.
Yeah, I think like Americans have a thing. It's not really something that's like typical or standard, but it's like people will sometimes at a party or whatever, like, like pouring out for the homies and like just drop a little. But it's not, like I said, it's not standard, and it's not like necessarily before you drink or anything. But I've heard of certain superstitions.
Superstitions.
Well, that sounded weird.
Superstitions.
I've heard of certain superstitions where people do things like to ward off evil spirits and stuff like that. So that was really interesting. I'm glad he explained it, because when I was like, why is he pouring it out?
The tangero pours the drink every time, measuring the liquor by eye. The participants are not given individual glasses. This is in accordance with the tradition of Tagayan, which means a show of trust, camaraderie, and in these days, a united willingness to enter in a COVID Russian roulette. As drinkers share a common glass, passed in a round-robin sequence.
I was literally about to say that's how COVID started.
And that's how COVID started.
That's how COVID started. Oh, that's so funny they mentioned that.
It is frowned upon to take a pass, but when a drinker is excessively intoxicated, a substitute from within the group must consume the shot in the drinker's place without affecting his or her own turn to maintain the sequence.
Wow.
It is customary, post-consumption, to return the shot glass to the center of the table or hand it directly to the tangero to be refilled for the next drinker. The composition of every drinking session varies. However, it is important to familiarize oneself with these characters as to be aware of their characteristics. The Drunken Master, a legend gifted with immunity from inebriation, usually left with the task of cleaning up after all is said and done. The Walking Dead. This creature's will to stay conscious despite consuming overwhelming amount of alcohol is commendable and allows it to continuously engage.
That is you.
That is me.
Albeit from a half-dead state. The Escape Artist, capable of sudden disappearances, it leaves unnoticed, bringing with it its share of the bill. The Werewolf. The usual catalyst of trouble, it turns aggro and overconfident with every shot. The Concert Queen or King. A frustrated vocalist, this creature bogarts the karaoke machine in its quest for validation. The Sleeping Beauty. With its low tolerance for alcohol, this creature lacks the ability to stay conscious with its introduction in its bloodstream. Because it is immobilized early on in the session, the Sleeping Beauty is the primary target for embarrassing photos and unwarranted facial doodles. The Runner. The one tasked with the acquisition and logistics of essential supplies to perpetuate the drinking session, such as ice and booze. One privilege of the runner is that it is able to choose the food it likes to be consumed by the group along with the alcohol.
Oh.
And it's so funny that they broke down, because I think no matter what culture you're in, there's those people, you know, the werewolf, which I think Mike's the werewolf, by the way. I'm wondering, what do you guys consider yourselves down in the comments? Let us know. You're definitely Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, I would say out of all that, it's funny because I was actually, Anna sent me a video the other day. She sent it to us and the girls. There's like 4 of us that are really good friends. And it's this group of 5 girlfriends. It was on TikTok. And it's like, they're all out drinking. And it's like, oh, which one are you? And it's got like the one that goes to the gym after no matter what, the one that's like the emotional one, the one that smashes on food. There's like all these different ones. And she's like, which one do you guys think you are? So we were kind of planning that out. And so I was laughing at that. And I'm definitely the emotional drinker, I think. But it's been almost 9 months since I've had any alcohol. So I think at this point, I definitely would be the sleeper for sure.
And I'm definitely the Walking Dead. That like hit the nail. I could drink so much and enough alcohol that you think I should be dead, but I'm still awake, like still ready to drink.
Definitely like zombie state, still drinking, like that described you to a T.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
You see, for Filipinos,
like I bring the snacks.
No drinking session is complete without the accompaniment of food, usually of the greasy and fatty variety. This is called Pulutan, and it comes from the Filipino word pulot, meaning to pick up.
So
now,
finger foods.
It is acceptable for drinkers to grab small bites in between
that looks
shots.
delicious too.
This is to remove the bitterness from the alcohol, as well as prolong intoxication, as the food is hoped to slow down the alcohol from entering the bloodstream. It is unacceptable, however, to consume the pulutan with rice, as it is meant to be shared and not to be hoarded and treated like a meal. In the event that grease or fat is unavailable, inexpensive nuts and chips are usually the viable alternatives, including some born out of creative ingenuity like the tuna and canto cracker combo.
Ngayon pare, nakita ko to sa mga French restaurant eh.
I've seen this from French restaurants.
Pare, sarap po. Ina pare. Ina, pare. Ina. Sarap po.
That's disgusting.
Ina. Ina.
The other thing that was really interesting was like the food concept.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that like here in America, you would think like that's a common, like they set it up. They were like, we're not doing this without the food. And it was like a part of their drinking experience. We really don't like,
it's not,
that's like
it's
an
not
afterthought.
like a typical thing. I'm definitely like if I get drunk or I'm getting drunk, I'm like, I want snacks, but it's not like not like a standard thing that's like, we've got to incorporate this into it.
And then you have a bunch of like drunken people trying to figure out how to get food. It's like, you should have planned this better.
Yeah.
We should have had hors d'oeuvres or finger food like they had. And it was very like greasy and fatty foods. And I'm like, that is so smart.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredibly ingenious. So
help soak it up.
Kanpai, or kanpai in Japanese,
Kanpai.
is the Filipino way of saying cheese. The clinking of glasses and the partaking of a shared beverage containing every participant's DNA is meant to honor old friendships, celebrate new ones, and in certain situations, possibly avert oneself from being violated with a sharp piece of metal designed to break up ice. Wag mo gawing kanin ang aming pulutan. Bacon o ganano!
this was a very fun video.
Yeah, it was. It was fun like to learn about, but then he also like presented everything in a very fun and funny way as well. That made it like more interesting.
So you guys let us know down in the comments, how accurate is this? By the way, like Filipinos, how like accurate would you say that this is? Because I always like, I want to watch like things of America, or like I'm always worried about like seeing like those top 10 most beautiful places in America, and I'm like, no, they suck.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's the hard part about. I'm really excited to get into some cultural type stuff, but it's like, obviously videos we're watching and reacting to, or things like that, but not stuff that we have personal knowledge of. So what to us might be like, oh, these are like the 10 most beautiful places to see. You, like, wherever it's from, if you live there, if you're from there, you might be like, no, those are hot garbage. So
yeah, those are terrible.
I'm very
places.
interested. Yeah, let us know in the comments what that's like. I'm also curious if this is something particular for like your group of people, like your friends group, your family group, or say if we were to visit the Philippines and, you know, we met some locals out somewhere, if they would be like, hey, come on, and like
Pass
we
the
would
couple
be
around.
like part
Yeah.
of this. Yeah. So I'm like, is it just inclusive to your group of people, or how does that work?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Questions. I'm leaving this video with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
So leave down in the comments. Let us know if this is accurate, if this is actually how, or if this is just a
Like a spoof type.
like a parody or something like that. Let us know down in the comments about your cultural things. So anyways, you guys, that's it. That's our first cultural video. Let us know what you guys think. If you have any more, because we don't have a lot, slam them down in the comments. Let us know. Slam them down there. Get them down there. Let's get going. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.